Tonight on Closer Look, the Maple Leafs are hanging, the poutine is steaming, and the Caesars topped with ketchup chips are ready to be poured at Toronto's newest all-Canadian restaurant and bar. Toronto Today reporter Alex Flood covered the opening of Toronto's new all-Canadian bar and joins us tonight from Toronto. Alex, it seems as though the timing of the opening of the Grizzly Bar is significant for a number of reasons. Tell us what makes this bar on Queen West so Canadian, and what role did the trade war play in this?
Absolutely. Well, you said it right there. The trade war played a big factor in them getting going. They had a restaurant and bar there before. It was called Off-World Bar, for anyone familiar with the Queen Street West area in Toronto, which was like space themed and whatnot. They had this restaurant for years. But yeah, with the trade war and all the kind of political, social conflicts that have been going on between the two nations, they came up with the idea of kind of going all in on Canadian, almost to the point where it's tacky, but they're okay with that. They're totally fine with going overboard with it. In fact, that was the point. So they spent some time, they spent some money and invested it, reinvested it in their restaurant. And I got an exclusive first look last week, and yeah, they decked it out. There was a lot going on in there, which was pretty cool to see. They have lots of activities going on, different foods. But yeah, they're happy with the space. They've had a couple notable names already go through, and they're looking forward to doing this for the foreseeable future.
Now, the memorabilia that hangs on the walls and throughout the bar is impressive, to say the least. How did the owners curate all of that and decide which Canadian icons and symbols to feature in the bar's design?
Totally. Well, they had plans originally going into it, but as the idea started gaining steam, they were getting more media attention, more people were aware of what they were setting up. A lot of people started donating things too, which isn't a piece I really got to touch on in the story. But they started off with an idea of what they wanted to hang on the walls. You know, obviously Toronto Raptors championship, memorabilia, the Blue Jays, Maple Leafs, all the sports. All the sports stuff, different provincial flags, that was all planned. But then people started donating things. So people started donating old photographs of Canadian things like boats or the water or different scenes around the country. They picked up a lot of things from thrift shops that would have never maybe potentially seen the light of day, but now it's hanging in a very popular restaurant, which is pretty cool. A couple different photo booths started coming along in the restaurant. They have lots of things to take pictures with. Somebody donated a canoe, like an actual realistic canoe that now hangs from the ceiling as well. So things just started coming together. They had an idea, I think, to start with, and then the expectations kind of blew out of the water for them. I don't think they expected all the help that they got. And you can't look anywhere in the restaurant without seeing something Canadian. The walls are packed full of it. The ceiling is packed full of it. The table settings, even when you walk in, there's different pictures hanging up on the walls as you walk up the stairs. So to say it's decked out would be a huge understatement. And they're thrilled. I'm sure people are still going to be donating things to them as they continue to operate. I don't know where they're going to put it because it's very full already. But people are loving it from what I hear so far.
Now, to me, one of the best parts of this story is this: the fact that they accept Canadian Tire money just screams Canadiana. Tell us more about that decision. How practical has it been, and how has it impacted customer engagement?
Absolutely. Again, it's wild, right? And Canadian Tire hasn't, I don't know if Canadian Tire hasn't accepted the old Canadian Tire money or if they are still accepting it, but it's all online now, right? So it's been online for a while. So if people do have Canadian Tire money laying around, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do, whether it's in their junk drawer or if it's in their if it's somewhere in their vehicle or in their attic collecting dust somewhere. So it's definitely not a common form of currency anymore, which is kind of part of the joke. But the reality of it is, yes, they do accept it as cash. So I haven't heard how that's been going so far, but I have read several comments of people saying, "Oh, I got like lots of Canadian Tire money laying around." So, I mean, if you got it, then that's the place to go to. If you can buy some drinks or buy an appetizer or Yeah, very unique. And Canadian Tire heard about it too, and they wanted to help out. So they're also donating, I'm not sure if it was gift baskets or just like some Canadian Tire merch essentially to anybody that is also getting involved in it. So kind of a feel-good angle there all around. And yeah, how do you get more Canadian than that? It's they're happy to be doing that.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Okay, let's talk about some of the other Canadian references in terms of maybe menu items and other things that make the Grizzly Bar nothing but true north, strong and free.
Absolutely. Well, poutine, right? Or poutine, depending on how you pronounce it. That's always a debate. Yeah, they've got that for sure. They have some drinks that come with little like boats on top of them. I think they have even like an Edmund Fitzgerald drink, which is kind of interesting. It's some icy drink. I can't remember exactly the particular name of it, but there's pretty much every drink and every menu item on there is associated somehow with Canada, whether it's, you know, smoked Montreal meat or, you know, different types of dishes from the East Coast, from the West Coast. And then, of course, they have a bunch of Ontario-made products, too. Yeah, you topped it off there at the beginning of the segment. They are topping drinks with ketchup chips, obviously famously Canadian, too. So, yeah, no menu or drink item is safe from the Canadiana this sort of aspect here. So they're loving it. The customers are obviously loving it from what I heard from them. And yeah, I'm sure their menu will continue to expand as they continue on, because they're off to a pretty good start so far.
Well, and lastly, that's what I wanted to touch on, Alex. Are there plans to expand the Grizzly Bar concept across the country, or is this uniquely tailored to Toronto's Queen Street West vibe?
Yeah, I'm getting the sense it's uniquely tailored here. We have seen other restaurants across the country that have really honed in on sort of the Canadian aspect, but it's hard to find one that has done it maybe more precisely and planned and meticulously as the Grizzly Bar has done here. So yeah, they're happy to just keep on what they're doing. They're not even a week into this venture yet, so I guess we'll see how they go. But in terms of future, I know the owners have joked with me saying that they want to do this for at least the next 4 years while Donald Trump is president down south. From what they were telling me, they want to keep this going for as long as he's in office. So yeah, no guessing around how they feel about the political nature of the current standing right now. But yeah, we'll see how they do. But right now they're off to a great start. Chris Hadfield, the famous Canadian retired astronaut, was there last week. I think he was singing Ahead by a Century by Tragically Hip. That kind of made its way around social media. So they have no problems in getting attention right now and people stopping by. So they're off to a dream start, and they're just hoping that continues, Scott.
There's Toronto Today reporter Alex Flood on Toronto's new all-Canadian bar, the Grizzly Bar. That's all for Closer Look. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 with another edition. For all of us at Village Media, thanks for watching.